Turn down the volume on there. Okay, I am still on day 1 of this 100 yarn bowls in 30 days challenge. I'm exhausted. It is 10:40 at night. I have to be up at 6. I have 3 more boxes to go. I'm so thankful that I got so much done earlier today. I did have to get some trimming done of stuff that I threw yesterday, but honestly, that's a really good tell, because they needed to get done. They were really too dry to trim. And at some point I bumped my camera. Not quite sure how I did that. Actually, let's see if I can on me. Let's see if I can just fix it right. All right, I don't know. On me. I don't know. It'll get fixed tomorrow. So, that is too big for 6 pounds. So each one of these blocks is 25 pounds. There's 50 pounds in a box, which gives me 5 4 pounds and 5 6 pounds of clay. Oh, that's actually not enough. Making 550 pounds of clay, which gives me 55 4-pounders and 55 6-pounders. I'm being super precise with my measurements. Because I am concerned about running out of clay during this challenge, and while I will go get more if I need it, I'd really prefer not to. So every night I'm going to be reclaiming clay and wedging it out the next day so that I can make sure that I have enough for this. I'm not checking chat. I'm so sorry, guys. I am hoping to get this done as quickly as possible. And tomorrow I will be really into chat. I have going to be hanging out with someone. We're going to be talking about their new character that they're bringing in for one of my games. They lost their old character due to a deck of many. I'm unclear if the party is going to head to go find him or not. I think per the last game session that they were. So we're gonna see where that leads. He is currently trapped. I left the player with what his character last saw after he was taken. And I told him that when the rest of the players find his character, he can decide if he wants to continue on with the new character that he built, or if he wants to take back over his old character. Because I don't really know how long it's going to take them to find him. It could be out of game, it could be a year. So I want to I don't want him to get attached to a character that he's then going to have to give up because they found his old character. So at that point, he can decide which character he wants to be. But he built his character as part of the Demir. He didn't understand what the Demir was, so he proudly told everyone that he was part of the Demir, which is awesome. Because I'm all for Demir just being librarians. They're not super spies controlling the government or anything. What? No. So he probably told everyone who he was, which got him not in trouble with, but questioned by. A retired Boros person from a previous campaign that I ran. And they told one of the party members that they were friends with to be careful of him and to watch him and to report on him what he does. So tomorrow I'm going to have Zanny on here at some point, whenever he's free, to talk about his character and his backstory and Ravnica with a K-A-H, because my Ravnica does not necessarily follow lore. So I've decided what I'm doing with the so I have 2 boxes that don't match the buff that I wanted to use for this challenge. One is Claire White that I'm never happy with, and one is Umbria. I was actually told to get Claire White with Grog and that I would like it more, which could be true. But what I'm thinking is I'm going to do like a marble effect with the 2 clays. I'm going to mix them together, and I'm going to start by throwing those. because my machine is full of a mix of clay right now, as is my floor, which that'll get cleaned up tomorrow. But I figure if I start with those, and then I can clean up my wheel for when I move on to buff. So I'm going to do those first. I'm hoping to get through all of that tomorrow. That would be 20 bowls thrown tomorrow. We'll see if I can get that many done. But that would give me 10 in the morning, 10 in the afternoon. And then I'm going out at night because I was supposed to go out today and I didn't. So we're actually getting together tomorrow night. So, and my game is canceled tomorrow night. And I just looked down and I found my sander that I've been looking for like 3 weeks. That's funny. I'm not allowed to take anything into the house. If it doesn't get put away immediately, I've officially lost it. That makes me happy that I found that. Because I'm currently making shelving for whatever show I do next for my booth. And a sander would have been really, really nice. I don't know what's happening in Discord right now. All I see is, oh, the joys of being young. Which, man, do I agree at this moment, because I am exhausted. But I'm only watching my friend's kid, Pape, one more time. And then I don't need to be up at 6 a.m. anymore. 6 a.m. and myself don't get along. No, Sam has been very good. He's been a good doggo. We have no regrets watching him. But we do only have one more day of heading over to their house in the morning. So I already started the recap of day 1. And I had to do it at 100 speed to get me down to like 4 minutes or something like that. A little crazy. Did a lot of work today. I knew today was going to be a long day because I weighed out, well, by the time I'm done, I will have weighed out 550 pounds of clay. So, just a lot to do in one day. I also found out that we have some family stuff going on and that I will not be able to do this challenge between June 15th and June 22nd. So I am I've rewritten my list already, and I'm going to prep to not be able to do that. And Again, guys, I'm sorry if you are chatting. If you're chatting, I love you, but I am not checking chat right now. I do just want to get done. If anybody works in pottery, you know that moldy stank of new clay. Ooh, that brick right there, a little stanky. It's one of the reasons. Oh, come on back. That when I bag up my reclaim, or when I put my reclaim in the bucket, I put vinegar on top of it to kill any mold. And it doesn't really smell like vinegar. I mean, it may, but I've never, if it does, it doesn't bother me. Wow, that is so close to being 4 pounds, we're just going to go with it. So out of the rest of this brick, I need 1 more 6 pound and 4 more 4 pounds. Oh, it's more than 6 pounds. 7 pounds, 2 ounces. Ooh, damn close. All right. I need to figure out a way when I'm trimming to not throw trim all over the ground, but honestly, I've yet to even look into it. I could just treat myself like a baby and throw a tarp down. But yeah, so I need to go. The reason it's not cleaned up yet is my sweeper pan is upstairs in the garage. And I knew that if I walked up those stairs, I am done for the day. All right, that is the rest of the buff 6 pounds. Oh. A little concerned about this table, not gonna lie. All right. So from the previous 8 boxes, I had that much left over, which was kind of neat. To see that standard gave you that much extra clay. Zanny has sent me, I sent him a ton of questions. so that he could kind of think about all the things I was gonna. Oh God, my shoulders and everything are just done for the day. Yeah, so I sent him a bunch of questions of like topics that we could talk about tomorrow, so that we had that we were kind of on the same page, and that I wasn't like, you know, putting him on the spot. I'm sure I'm going to put him on the spot with a lot of questions, because, you know, as things spring to mind and whatnot. But pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm going to take him through his character's life. The one thing that I do want to do before I sit down with him is read more about the Aberrant Mind Sorceress. Because that's what he's playing. But I just want to have a better kind of grasp on what I'm looking at in terms of his character. I have another person who's in one of my campaigns who's playing an Aberrant Mind Sorceress, but they were very specific about what they wanted and what they wanted their backstory to be. So I want to make sure that we're all on the same page. It's so funny. They're talking about Archhags as a BBJ, and they're not about to meet a hag. Man, they probably won't even meet this hag this year. It will probably go into next year before they even like meet this person. But it's funny that they were talking about it being the BBG. I'm not saying that I'm making this the BBG, but you know, they can fight her. Have at it. Yeah, so yeah, I'm just very interested to see where this all goes. This is it's a very slow game. It's only a 3-hour game every other week. They are super distracted all the time. So they never get very far. Also, I want to get another one of these. It's short. It has the plastic handles versus the wood. I love it. All right, you look to be maybe the smallest. No, not the same size. Okay, fine. 3.7. 3.9. 4.3. There we go. Okay. I do have a bucket of buff reclaim over there that I'm going to spread out overnight and let the dehumidifier work its magic. With whatever buff reclaim or buff leftover I have, I will mix it up tomorrow. I will weigh it into 4 or 6 pound balls. Then I'm just going to set it aside. Maybe I'll wait to see how many things I screw up tomorrow, and then I'll decide what size clay balls I'm making. That's intelligent. Let's do it that way. Honestly, it's probably only like maybe 12 pounds of clay. So I'm so tired. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to watch this R-Tag thing. Because I do like my hags. And I am curious to see how they treat her. They will be turned into mice. At least 2 or 3 of them. There might be a mini combat with a cat. We'll see. I have this, I won't say it's a running joke, but if you watch a Geeked Out episode where they met the hag, she made them flat cakes, which turned them 2-dimensional. So I made some really cool artwork through Midjourney, and they were pancakes with eyeballs, and they just looked amazing. All right, one more 4-pounder. I'm so tired. Focus is like hard. I would like my bedtime to be like 9 every night. I'm good with my bedtime being 10. It is 11. And I am tired. So if anybody's watching and you're commenting, I'm so sorry. I'm not paying attention to chat right now. I will look at it afterwards, and I will be so happy if you chat. What do I got here? I have, all right, this is the end of my buff for weighing. Now I'm down to Umbria and Claire White, and I'm going to be, do I measure out all the Umbria and then mix it with the Claire White, or do I do one bag and one bag? This is too hard, guys. I'm honestly not even quite sure I can do this tonight. My eyes are burning and I'm falling asleep where I'm sitting. So if I don't do this tonight, though, that means that tomorrow I have to weigh and throw 100 pounds of clay. I think that's where I'm going to have to go with this. I'm so tired. Oh, new bag. Ooh. Nobody wants to see me yawn. 4. Also, it is hot down here. There. Wow, guys, I did not want to go live to just do one box. All right, maybe I will open these boxes. I mean, I guess I could weigh and throw at the same time tomorrow and get through as many as I can instead of weighing them all out first. Oh, God. That's what I'll do. Oh. So I always have a bucket of white, a bucket of Umbria, a bucket of buff, and a bucket of mixed. I did my first thing with the bucket of mixed last night, and that came out really cool. So I'm looking forward to mixing these tomorrow. I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. So those are all drying. They'll be dry in a couple of days. It's so dry down here. Have a wonderful evening, guys. I'm done. It is way past my nap time and I can't do it. Good.